friends, it's Sarma with Living Classroom, and we're here at another mystery school, and I want you to come along with me and travel with me through the garden while I show you some stuff and see if you can figure out where I am. Come on with me. This is a pretty beautiful garden. We over here have the Three Sisters beds, which if you've seen a lot of our other videos, we've talked about, we have them at all of the schools. And what's really neat to see here is that we've got a sunflower coming up in the middle, which is actually the fourth sister. And we've got, so sunflower here, we've got 4 squash plants coming up. And I believe we were mainly planting acorn and butternut squash. Then out here we have our pole beans, which means they need to go up a pole. And then of course, here's our corn that is waiting to get nice and tall and strong for those beans to crawl up. Look at this guy. Wow, they're really growing fast. And then when you come, we also have these up. We've planted even more beans so that they can climb these trellises. So this should be really nice in a few months. All right, let's keep going. All right, over here, we currently have 4 pepper plants growing. And this actually is a bed that a Girl Scout troop is going to be tending to this bed, and they're gonna be planting a couple of more things. And over here, we have tomatoes and radishes. And back there, we even have more tomatoes. And we are growing the food here for families in need through the Los Altos Community Gives Back program. So definitely check that out. But I have an actual vegetable we can harvest. You can see the tip of the radish is now popping up out of the ground. It's saying, I am ready. I am ready to pick. Because if you look at one here, this guy's not ready. He's still hiding in the soil. So let's see. We go down and hold it down here so that we can get it out easier. And oh, wow, look at that little radish. All right, let's keep going. So I want to show you something really neat about this school's garden. It's actually, if you were looking from above, like on Google Maps, you can see that it's actually a dragonfly. I love dragonflies. So this here is the body. You can see the stones that go all the way down. And we've got our beds here that we have to color the body. Here we have some rosemary that's not doing well, but we're replanting. We're trying to get that growing here. Over here we have our mint. Over there we've got some oregano, and down there some thyme. Over here, the wings are the beds. On this side is where I just showed you about our giving back to the community food growing here. And on this side are our wheat beds, which are also the other wings of this insect. So that's a neat thing about this garden. And maybe now the kids that go here might know exactly where we are. But for those of you who still don't know, keep following me. So here we are at the wheat beds. The wheat beds could also be known as a snack bar for squirrels. And I want to show you this really neat one here. This is actually a wheat head. It's not yet ready. You see that there is still some kind of that green here. We need it to be that beautiful straw color. But look at these. They're black. There are so many different types of wheat. So here we have growing this wheat, an ancient wheat, and over here we have growing maybe a more traditional one, but see, it's still green, it's still not ready. Those seeds are not yet ready to harvest. So here we have a huge artichoke. Have you guys ever tried an artichoke? I think they are delicious. And so, do you have any idea what part of the plant the actual edible part is that you're eating? It's a flower. So this hasn't flowered yet. It is going to open up, and it's this really cool looking purple-ish flower. So, and it's big. So definitely come and check this out later when it starts to bloom. Oh, we just found one. Wow! Look at that! If you've ever eaten an artichoke, you've gotten to the part where it's all those little hairs. Did you realize? Oh, look, ants are liking it too. Look at all the ants I have on my hand. Uh-oh, I'm disturbing their house, so I better go put it back down. Go here, ants. So this plant up here, anyone know what it is? This here is a grape. So it's just leafed out now. You can see that it runs even along the side of the fence here by the garden. As you can see, it stretches out, looking for new places to attach and to grow. Currently, it is leafed out. We don't have the grapes. The grapes haven't started growing yet, but when they do, we will be harvesting them. This is Cleveland sage, and it smells fantastic. And so if you're walking by this plant, definitely take a smell, but be careful because bees love this plant as well. They pollinate this plant along with a lot of other pollinators. And there was a bumblebee that was just busy flying around here. The neat thing about this garden is that it has this gigantic apple tree. And right now the apples are just starting to form. They're so little. Look at these clump. Those are little apples. Now this tree has some very special plants growing underneath it, including a sticky monkey flower, one of my favorite plant names. And it's sticky, and the Native Americans can use it as a Band-Aid because of its stickiness. So here we have another very fragrant sage, and this one is called white sage. Native Americans will dry these leaves and burn them in sweat lodge ceremonies for cleansing. These leaves can also be used as treatment for stomach aches, cleansing skin, and even shampoo. Follow me over the bridge. Woo! So this here is a bush anemone, and check out those gorgeous white flowers right now. Very much attract our pollinators. But something really neat about this plant is that it is a very rare shrub found only in the Sierra Nevada foothills in Fresno County between the Kings and San Joaquin rivers. Wow! And then here at a lot of our schools. That's pretty neat to know that it's such a small area in California that this grows naturally in. This here is called a spice bush, and it provides excellent ground cover for birds to hide out as well as even nest in. And a neat thing about these flowers, if you come by and take a sniff, they smell like red wine. So here we have the little strawberries. Look! Those are native strawberries. And be nice if you're out in the woods and find a nice big patch of these. And these strawberries live underneath the holly-leaved cherry here. Now the holly-leaved cherry is attracts birds, attracts insects. We've got a lot of pollinators, and oh, we even have a pollinator visiting us now. So did you figure out where we were? We are at Springer. Go Springer Stingers!